So welcome to the Bank of Mum and Dad. You've got all your beautiful children adulting the best way that they can, and you know deep in your heart you would like to help them out into the property market and to help them secure their own long-term financial future, whether it be their own home or starting out as an investment property. How do you do this? There's a couple of things you need to really look at, and it's, you don't want to put yourself in a financial detriment position where it's going to impact your long-term future and what you need. So how does that look? So if you got spare cash, can you remortgage your property as security? How's it going to affect your retirement? How far away are you from retirement? Are you still working so your cash flow can, you can add to their cash flow or whatever? So I think there's a lot of consideration that you have to put a bit of thought into, either whether you're a married couple still as parents or separated, or the grandparents might want to participate in this, and really have a think about that. How much can you actually afford, and the long-term risks around all of that. So you've made the decision, you've worked out how much you can afford to help out your children to purchase their property. How long is this relationship? Because it is a long-term, it can be a long-term relationship or it can be a short-term, and what the parameters around all of that. This will play into potential timelines for your own children as well, that depending where they are and whether they looking at partnering or marrying or just purely investing and they're going to go live overseas. So it can be either a really short-term period or a long-term that would play into estate planning as well. Advice around all of this and the implications of it is very worthwhile in acquiring, so everybody knows sort of time frames and expectations, and probably trigger points as well too. So say if it is a short-term scenario that you've all agreed on and everybody's happy with, what happens if it needs to be a longer-term relationship, and how does that look, and agreements around all of that. So you've agreed in how much you're going to give, how long it's going to for this relationship to play out. What next? What you want to really think about is risk management now and protection of everybody's interest. And the best way you can do that is not having verbal agreements in place, because over time we all know, we think we might have said this and meant that, but our memories aren't really that great. So documentation is an excellent way to go forward. Everybody's got it in black and white. If, say, something does go wrong, and for whatever means, either you need to take legal action, need to trigger some kind of clause in a contract, at least if it's in writing, everybody knows where they stand. And this can form, a written agreement that can be formalised between each other, or it can be a full-on legal document where you've had probably financial planning advice, you've got your lawyers in place. The cost around all of that is, like for my own self, is very, very valuable. It's a worthwhile expense to incur. And then if there's a mortgage registered against the property or some kind of loan agreement, it really should be put in writing. It's no different to dealing with a bank, because you are the Bank of Mum and Dad. And congratulations for helping out.